Imagine opening an ordinary website late at night and finding a message that seems to be written specifically for you. No explanation, no name, just a puzzle. You solve it, and it leads to another website, then a hidden image, then a telephone number. Eventually, it gives you real-world coordinates. You travel to the location and find a poster attached to a streetlight, waiting for whoever was smart enough to get there. This sounds like the beginning of a horror movie, but things like this have actually happened on the internet. For decades, anonymous users have uploaded coded messages, unexplained videos, and strange websites without ever revealing who they were or what they wanted. Some were probably games, some may have been art projects, others could have been recruitment tests, elaborate hoaxes, or something much stranger. These are 7 of the creepiest internet mysteries never fully explained. Number 7. Markovian Parallax Denigrate. In August 1996, people browsing Usenet began seeing hundreds of messages that made almost no sense. Usenet was an early online discussion system. Long before Reddit or modern social media, people used it to share messages across public discussion groups. But these posts were different. Their subject lines contained the phrase, Markovian Parallax Denigrate, followed by enormous walls of disconnected words. The messages appeared to be written in English, but reading them felt like listening to someone talk while half asleep. Individual words were recognizable, yet the sentences seemed to have no clear meaning. Names, scientific terms, fragments of conversation, and strange commands were mixed together without explanation. The messages were posted across different discussion groups and appeared in such large numbers that some users assumed they were automated spam. But why would someone create a machine to produce this specific kind of nonsense? The name itself became part of the mystery. A Markov process is a mathematical system that can be used to predict or generate sequences. Parallax describes how something appears to shift when viewed from another position. And denigrate means to criticize or make something seem less valuable. Put together, the words sound important, but they do not provide a clear answer. Some people believe the posts were an early experiment in computer-generated language. Others think they were encrypted messages, a broken artificial intelligence project, or data created to test spam filters. One surviving message was reportedly connected to an email address containing the name of a university researcher, but the researcher denied knowing anything about it, and no convincing connection was ever proven. Most of the original posts have disappeared. What remains is a collection of digital fragments produced by someone or something that never explained why. Number 6. Lake City Quiet Pills. This mystery began with a Reddit user known as Religion of Peace. The account belonged to someone claiming to be an elderly military veteran named Milo. He posted frequently, had a dark sense of humor, and helped operate an image hosting website. In 2009, another user announced that Milo had died. That could have been the end of the story, but curious Reddit users examined the source code of the image hosting website and discovered messages hidden inside it. The messages appeared to be job advertisements, but they did not sound like normal job advertisements. They requested people with military experience, specific weapons knowledge, foreign language skills, and the ability to travel internationally. Some mentioned payment, equipment, and locations outside the United States. One message appeared to describe a large gathering in Denver. Another seemed to congratulate people after an assignment had been completed. The website was connected to the phrase, Lake City Quiet Pills. Lake City is associated with ammunition production, while Quiet Pills can be interpreted as a dark nickname for bullets. Internet investigators developed a disturbing theory. They believed the image hosting website might have been a hidden communication board used to recruit mercenaries. Some even tried connecting its messages to a real assassination in Dubai, although no reliable evidence ever proved that connection. There were also signs that the entire story may have been an elaborate performance. Milo's identity was never independently confirmed. Multiple users may have been controlled by the same person, and the hidden messages could have been written specifically to attract attention. That leaves 2 possibilities. Either Reddit discovered a secret network hiding behind an ordinary website, or someone spent years constructing a detailed fake identity and a mystery designed to look real. Neither explanation tells us who created it or why. Number 5. A858. In 2011, A Reddit community appeared with a name that looked like a randomly generated password: A858DE45F56D9BC9. The account controlling it began posting enormous blocks of letters, numbers, symbols, and hexadecimal code. There was almost never any explanation, just data. Some messages were short, others contained thousands of characters. New posts continued appearing for years, sometimes following patterns that suggested they were being generated automatically. Naturally, people began trying to decode them. A separate community formed entirely around solving the mystery. Users tested encryption methods, searched for repeated patterns, compared posting times, and created tools that automatically collected the messages. A few posts were successfully decoded. They revealed quotations, references to historical locations, and messages that seemed to acknowledge the people investigating the account. But solving one message rarely explained the next. At one point, someone contacted the account and asked what the project was supposed to be. The answer was essentially that everything was working as intended. That only made the mystery worse. Theories ranged from an alternative reality game to a digital number station, a cryptography experiment, an automated art project, or a recruitment system. Years later, someone claiming to have contacted a person involved said it had been a puzzle project funded by an unknown company. The person supposedly uploading the messages had been paid to create coded challenges. But the company was never publicly identified, the complete purpose was never revealed, and many messages remain unsolved. Eventually, the original community became inaccessible. Thousands of carefully constructed messages had appeared over several years, attracted an entire group of codebreakers, and then effectively vanished without providing a satisfying answer. Number 4. Unfavorable Semicircle. In 2015, a YouTube channel called Unfavorable Semicircle began uploading videos at an almost impossible rate. Not one video every week, not one every hour. At certain points, the channel appeared to upload multiple videos every minute. Tens of thousands of videos were eventually connected to it. Most were extremely short. Some displayed a single color, a blurry shape, or a dark screen. Others contained distorted electronic sounds, robotic voices, numbers, or strange symbols. The titles were equally confusing. Many consisted of random numbers accompanied by the symbol for Sagittarius. Others used repeated names such as brother, or words that seemed connected, but never formed a complete message. The channel looked less like something made for humans and more like communication between machines. Investigators downloaded videos and examined individual frames. They studied the audio, searched for hidden images, compared file names, and documented upload patterns. Some believed it was a modern number station transmitting coded information. Others suggested it was testing YouTube's upload system, storing data inside videos, training image recognition software, or creating an enormous piece of digital art. Then the channel disappeared. YouTube suspended it in 2016 for spam, removing much of the original material before investigators could understand it. Related accounts later appeared, but none provided a confirmed explanation. In 2022, an anonymous online user claimed that Unfavorable Semicircle had simply been an outsider art project. But without verifiable proof from the original creator, that claim created another theory instead of solving the mystery. Somewhere, somebody generated an unbelievable number of strange videos for an audience that may never have existed. And unless the creator returns with evidence, nobody can say exactly what the machine-like channel was built to do. If you're enjoying the video so far, leave a like and subscribe. Because the internet forgets almost everything eventually, but sometimes the strangest things are the ones people refuse to stop investigating. Number 3. John Titor. In November 2000, someone using the name Time Travel Zero began posting online. The person claimed to be an American soldier from the year 2036. Later, he became known as John Titor. According to his story, he had traveled back in time on a military mission to retrieve an IBM 5100 computer. He claimed the machine had a hidden ability to understand older programming languages and would be needed to solve a future computer problem. That detail attracted attention because the IBM 5100 really did have technical capabilities that were not widely discussed outside specialized communities. Titor described his alleged time machine in surprising detail. He posted diagrams, photographs, operating instructions, and explanations involving gravity, black holes, and alternate timelines. He also made predictions. He warned of growing conflict in the United States, a devastating war, and a future society radically different from our own. Most of those predictions did not happen. That should have ended the mystery. But people still wanted to know who created the story. The posts were more detailed than an ordinary prank, and the person behind them understood enough about computers and physics to keep thousands of readers interested. Some investigators believe the character was created by people connected to a Florida entertainment lawyer. Others think multiple individuals may have worked together to build the story. No theory has been proven beyond doubt. John Titor was almost certainly not a real-time traveler, but the identity of the person who spent months speaking as someone from the future remains uncertain. The mystery is no longer whether time travel was real. The mystery is why someone created such an elaborate character, how many people were involved, and whether the story was ever supposed to become something larger. Number 2. Satoshi Nakamoto. In 2008, during a global financial crisis, someone using the name Satoshi Nakamoto published a document explaining a new form of electronic money. It was called Bitcoin. Satoshi communicated through emails and online forums. The writing was calm, technical, and almost entirely focused on the project. In January 2009, the Bitcoin network began operating. Satoshi worked with other developers, fixed problems, answered questions, and sent the first Bitcoin transaction to programmer Hal Finney. But Satoshi carefully avoided revealing personal information. Nobody knew where this person lived, what they looked like, or whether Satoshi was even one individual. Then, after creating technology that would eventually become known around the world, Satoshi disappeared. By 2011, the messages stopped. There was no press conference, no public celebration, no confirmed attempt to claim credit. Just silence. Investigators have studied Satoshi's writing style, posting schedule, vocabulary, coding habits, and use of British spelling. Several programmers, cryptographers, and computer scientists have been accused of being Satoshi. Most denied it. One man, Craig Wright, publicly claimed that he was Satoshi, but a British court later ruled that he was not the creator of Bitcoin. The real Satoshi is believed to control early Bitcoin addresses containing an enormous fortune. Much of it has remained untouched. That makes the disappearance even stranger. Someone created a system worth billions, watched it begin to grow, and then walked away while protecting their identity so effectively that the internet still cannot agree on who they were. Satoshi could be a programmer who wanted privacy. It could have been a group working under one identity, or the truth may have disappeared with someone who is no longer alive. The creation is public. The creator remains a ghost. Number 1. Cicada 3301. On January 4, 2012, an image appeared on an online message board. It contained a simple message. The person or group behind it claimed to be searching for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, they had created a test. Hidden inside the image was another message. Solving that message led to a second image. That image required specialized software to uncover more information. The trail continued through book ciphers, cryptography, telephone recordings, internet domains, and anonymous websites. Then the puzzle escaped the internet. Solvers received coordinates pointing to physical locations around the world. At those locations, people found posters displaying a cicada and a QR code. The posters appeared in cities across multiple countries, meaning whoever organized the puzzle either had people positioned around the world or had planned the operation extremely carefully. The name attached to the messages was 3301. Some participants reached private stages of the puzzle and were reportedly asked questions about privacy, censorship, and freedom of information. Then communication with the public stopped. Exactly 1 year later, another puzzle appeared. A third major puzzle followed in 2014 and introduced a mysterious book called Liber Primus. Its pages were written in runes and filled with philosophical passages, warnings, and encrypted text. Portions have been decoded, but much of the book remains unsolved. Nobody has proven who created Cicada 3301. Theories have included intelligence agencies, private security companies, a secret society, a cryptocurrency group, and an organization recruiting talented privacy activists. Some people who claimed to reach the final stages said Cicada was a group that supported privacy and opposed censorship. But those accounts were never enough to reveal the identities of the people behind it. Fake puzzles have appeared using the Cicada name, making it even harder to separate authentic messages from copies. The original group used cryptographic signatures to prove when a message was genuine. After warning people about false paths, the verified voice of Cicada largely fell silent. That means the internet's most famous puzzle may have succeeded completely. It found the people it was looking for, removed the conversation from public view, and left everyone else staring at an unfinished book. These 7 mysteries reveal something unsettling about the internet. We often imagine that everything online can be traced, archived, and explained. But the internet was built to move information, not to guarantee that the person sending it will ever be found. An anonymous account can create an entire world and disappear. A coded message can attract thousands of investigators. A meaningless video can remain online long enough for people to wonder whether it was ever meaningless at all. Some of these mysteries were probably art projects or elaborate jokes. Others may have been technical experiments that looked frightening only because outsiders could not understand them. But even the simplest explanation leaves one question behind. Who went through all that effort, and what did they want people to find? Maybe one day the creators will finally reveal themselves. Or maybe the unanswered questions were always the entire point. Which internet mystery do you find the creepiest? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like and subscribe for more entertaining videos about strange history, bizarre science, mysteries, psychology, and unbelievable true stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.